Here is a SunMark Warm Steam Vaporizer with built-in medicament well. Produces soothing steam to help relieve nasal and chest congestion, coughs, parched throats, and the discomforts of colds. 1.5 gallons capacity, model number 850. Looks like it would have originally sold for $13.50. I can't make out what that store is on there, unfortunately. This looks to me like a product of the 80s. I'm not familiar with this brand. I've never really heard of it before. So it's a 20-hour unit for 1.5 gallons. So it's let's see, how does that compare to the Honeywell ones? I think it's about half the capacity of the Honeywell ones that I use. So this isn't very powerful. This is really only for a small room. SunMark Home Healthcare, McKesson Corporation. There's the UL information. It looks like the box is unopened on the other side. And I don't know if this was opened or if it just got liquid, like it got wet and then the glue broke off. Here is the instruction manual. You can pause the video and read that if you so desire to. Talks about adding a little bit of salt in the water to quick up the boiling time. Replacement parts. I don't see a date on here. Printed in the USA, so it's got to have some age to it. I don't know what that is. There. This is Legat Brookside Register 1. So maybe this was different items that was purchased at the store, I don't know. All the documentation that was in there. So here's the machine itself. It's kind of a weird looking product. It doesn't even look like a machine. There's that information. This looks like something that the General Foams plastic company could have made. Admittedly, I did not read the manual, and I really should do that before breaking something. Okay. So it turns. Looks like this has never been used. Oh, jeez. That's like really sticky in there. I don't know if that glue is just deteriorated over time or something. So I suspect the water goes in there slowly, and then there must be an element somewhere in there that somewhere inside there that heats up. So that's what they're talking about, making sure that's clean. I could see that would clog up pretty quickly with you know, minerals and stuff. Alright, let's go put some water in here. A little bit of junk on the bottom, and don't worry about that. Put some water in there. All the little particulates are floating around now. Now let's put the element back on. I don't know why that screw is out so far. It's got a decent length cord to it. $119.9 volts. And it's only drawn 0.1 amp, so that's not correct. Should be pulling a lot more than that. Should be pulling 3.5. I don't think this is going to be working correctly. It is going up, but it's going up super slow. Well, I'll let it sit for a while and see if anything interesting transpires. I just started to see some steam come out. It's only up to 0.67 amps, which is well below the 3.5 it claims. But it is now working. Give it a few more minutes to continue ramping up. We're running for quite a few minutes now, and the power draw is steady at 0.93 amps. Well, as steady as it's going to be. 113 watts, 112 watts with a power factor of 1, which is expected for a heating element. And it is in fact working. It's not a whole lot of vapor coming out of there, but I think we knew this is going to be a less powerful unit. This is definitely a cheaper product. This is really a pretty deplorable design. It's not easy to use. It looks like the auto shut-off is pretty sensitive because that already caused it to stop drawing power. Which is good. These need to auto shut off correctly because otherwise it'll just overheat and probably catch on fire. So, That's good. It seems like it works. I don't know why it draws so less power than what it claims to, but it does work. It's definitely not very powerful, but perhaps I could get some use out of it, you know, in like early fall and late spring, like right now when it's 40, 50 degrees at night, heat comes on, wants your toys. This probably would be good enough for nights like that. It's been off for a while now. Should have cooled mostly. I want to take a look inside here because this is not a conventional heating element vaporizer. I'm pretty sure this is just two metal pieces that let electricity pass through to each other. Oh, there goes the informations. Yeah, this says to clean it every 3 uses. I can't fathom anybody would really do this, but this is what they claim you're supposed to do. And they underscore that there's an electrical shock hazard while you do this. I think it's more like a deadly hazard. Yep. That's absolutely all it is. Two conductive pieces of metal that let water, you know, there's water in there, and the water heats up just from the electricity passing through the water. So I guess that's interesting. I guess the auto shut-off feature that they're advertising is absolutely nothing more than when the water goes below the contacts, it just doesn't work anymore. Because really the electrodes here are not producing any heat. The heat is being produced by the electricity passing from one to the other. So this is super cheap. It's kind of a scary product. There is zero safety to this whatsoever. If anything, I mean, there's nothing really to go wrong, but if something did go wrong, there's no safety cutoff or anything. Huh. That's funny. What a rudimentary design, but you know what? It works. It absolutely works. Probably not that difficult to clean either. Well, this is a little bit difficult, but I mean the process of getting the buildup off of those electrodes and off of all the plastic probably isn't too bad because of the way it come apart. And then this metal just sits right on top, and it looks like they put a piece of some kind of insulation material there that would go over where the electrical connections are, just in case it got pressed down or something. That's wild. What an incredible piece of equipment this is. Absolutely incredible.